Hello and welcome my dear 3rd standard little champs. I am Rohan sir from Mehdi English Medium School. I welcome my dear 3rd standard juniors once again in science lecture. My dear little champs, I know that you might be wondering that why can't you see Rohan sir again on your screen. It is so that because today I have brought the lecture in which it is necessary for me to show you the textbook you are having. So students, today's lecture is all based on the textbook. That is the reason why I have not brought the live lecture for you all. But as it is not the live lecture, that does not mean that you are not going to enjoy it. It is perhaps very important lecture. So now, I hope that you all are ready with your textbook and rough notebook. As in the previous lecture of science, I have already asked you to prepare yourself with textbook and rough book, sit with textbook and rough book for the next lecture, that means for this lecture. So what are we going to do? We are going to start new chapter. Chapter number 7, parts of a plant. So this is the chapter we are going to start with, and that is only the reason why I have not brought the live board lecture, because in this lecture explanation part will be going on. That means I am going to explain you from your textbook, and that is the reason why I have brought this kind of lecture. Many students might not be having the textbook, many students might be having the textbook. So, keeping both the kinds of students in the mind, I have brought this lecture in which I will be able to show the textbook, so that students, those who are not having the textbook, they will be able to read from the screen itself and understand the part, as this is the last chapter which is going to be included in your essay exam, summative assessment exam. So it is very much necessary for you people to pay attention, careful attention to this lecture, or I should say these 3 or 4 upcoming lectures, as this chapter number 7 which we are going to start is the last chapter which will be included in your essay exam. Again, after finishing this chapter number 7, explanation and theory part, we will continue with our revision part which we were doing. Now I hope you all are ready. So let's get started with the new chapter. So my dear little champs, as you can see that this is your textbook I have brought on the screen. Chapter number 7, parts of a plant. So this is the scanned copy of your textbook itself. So now those who are not having the textbook, they don't have to worry for the textbook. It is right there in front of you on your screens. So let's get started with this chapter. We see different kinds of plants around us. They are of different shapes and sizes. You have learnt about some parts of the plant in the previous class. So my dear students, this is the introduction paragraph in which they are saying that you might have known, understood and gone through different parts of the plant in the previous class. That means in the second class. But here in 3rd grade, in standard 3rd, you will have somewhat detailed understanding, detailed notes and explanation for the parts of plant, their roles and different importance. So basically you are going to learn in this chapter parts of plant and their uses, and second important point what you are going to learn in this chapter is germination. Now Here we have got a good interesting warm up exercise kind of. What do you have to do? Unjumble the names of different parts of plants, then label them correctly in the picture given below. First of all, you need to unjumble these. These are the jumble words. You have to make it correct, fill these blanks, and then use the same labels to label this plant. It seems very lengthy, but it is very easy and interesting. I must tell you, you are going to enjoy this a lot than what you have expected. So, the students who are sitting with the textbook, I request you to open the textbook page number 69, as from page number 69 chapter number 7 starts. And let me tell you, page number 69 of new science textbook. I repeat, page number 69 for the new science textbook. So, I hope you all are ready with chapter number 7, page number 69. As if you have textbook, you will be able to solve in the textbook itself. If you don't have textbook, you don't have to worry. You just have to look onto the screen, keep guessing that how to solve these and what will be the answer. Let's get started. I am going to zoom in and zoom out as per the requirement so that you will be able to see the screen clearly. Moreover, you will be able to see the content on the screen clearly. So, first we are going to solve these three, as I have drawn the box just to show you, to highlight. So, first we are going to solve these three, that is 1, 3 and 5. So, number 1 is TORO. You have to just make the proper word, obviously which is related to the plants. TORO. So, the answer for this is ROOT. It is ROOT, root, correct? So, it is ROOT, root. So, those who are having textbook, you can note it down, it is root. Then the next one here is FALE. Oh, what is this? Just think about it. FALE. Now, fail is not any of the plants, part of the plant. You need to correct, you need to arrange the alphabets so that to make the meaningful word. So, this you can make it LEAF, leaf, and I suppose you all know what is the meaning of leaf. So, leaf is the correct answer. Then the next one is DUB, dub. Again, this is jumbled, you have to unjumble it. So, what will be the answer? I know many students are very smart, they have already solved and got the answers for all of these. So, DUB, dub, will become BUD, bud. Bud is the part of the plant. I will tell you which part it is when we are labeling it. So, it is bud. Now, moving on to the next side of the page. Now, we are going to solve these three. You can see number 2, 4 and 6. So, number 2 is MEST, mest. I have never heard any part of the plants mest. Yes, it might be STEM, stem. STEM, stem. Let us place it to the correct blank, stem. Now, the next is L-O-W-E-R-F. Oh, what is this? Lower F? Students, have you heard any part of the plant lower F? Neither do I. I have also not heard. But wait a minute, it is a very beautiful thing in the plant. It is nothing else but flower. F-L-O-W-E-R. So you have to just take this F and place it in the starting of the word. So it becomes F-L-O-W-E-R, flower. Let us place it in the blank. And what is the next one? R-U-T-I-F. So again, F will be in the starting. So F-R-U-I-T, fruit. And I hope that you all are eating the fruit as it is healthy and it is good for health. So here we will place this word in the blank. So as you can see that we have solved all the 6 blanks. Now we have to label it. We have to label this diagram. So let us label it. We are going to pick up the word from here and place it here. So here you can see the first is root. So where is the root of the plant? Can you tell me, students, where is the root of the plant? Is this the root of the plant? No. Then is this the root of the plant? Yes, definitely. So this is the root of the plant. So I hope you have got the idea now what we have to do. Root is always beneath the ground, under the ground. So this part of the plant is root, and if you can see in this picture, it is clearly seen that this part is beneath the ground, lower body of the plant. Let us pick up the next word. Next word is leaf. Now can you say this is the leaf? No, this is not the leaf. Leaf is this. So this part of the plant is leaf. Now the next word which you might not be familiar with is bud. Now what is bud? Is this the bud? No, this is the flower. Actually, this part of the plant is called bud. This part of the plant is called bud, which is not yet grown. If it grows, it can become a flower or a fruit. So it is not yet germinated. So this part of the plant is known as bud. Now the next word is stem. So what is stem? Can you tell me, students, which part of the plant is called stem? Is this part called stem? Obviously not. That is the fruit. So this part of the plant is called stem, on which the plant stands. Now only 2 words are remaining. So here flower, as you can see, this is the flower. Fruit, as you can see, this is the fruit. So now we have labeled this diagram, this picture properly. Bud, leaf, flower, fruit, stem and root. So these 6 labels we have done successfully. I hope that students, those who are having textbook, you too are labeling this diagram. So these are the parts of the plants we are going to study about in detail. Their roles, their uses, what is germination, each and everything you are going to understand in detail. So basically Till now you were not having the detailed idea about these parts, but now if you watch these 2 or 3 lectures very carefully, you will be able to understand the roles, the uses and the entire concept of parts of plants. So now I hope you have enjoyed this warm up exercise. So let's get started with the main concept. So here the first concept is parts of the plants and their uses. The first concept is parts of a plant and their uses. So now I am going to read from the textbook and then I am going to explain you. So please make sure that you are having a pencil and a textbook with you. Whenever I ask you to underline, highlight something, you should be ready for that. A plant has 2 main parts, the root and the shoot. So how many parts are there? How many main parts of the plants are there? Only 2 main parts are there. There are many parts, but basically the entire plant is divided into 2 parts, the root and the shoot. So I am going to write it here, root and shoot. So basically plants are divided in these 2 parts, root and shoot. So students, now you know that 2 main parts of the plants are root and shoot. Now let us understand what is root and what is shoot. I know that you might have heard both the words in the different ways. And yes, root we have already solved in the previous diagram what is root. But you don't know the meaning of shoot. Shoot, that does not mean you have to shoot with a gun. That shoot is different. So let us understand what is root and what is shoot in the plant with this diagram. So as you can see on the screen, a very good, neat and clean and also very attractive diagram of plant is given, in which the upper body and the lower body, which is under the soil, both are clearly depicted, both are clearly shown. So as you can see that here they have written shoot and here they have written root. I hope you all are able to see that. Again I will show you. Here they have written here they have written shoot and here they have written root. So root and shoot are the 2 main parts, like I said. But the concept of shoot is very big but very easy. I repeat, the concept of shoot is very big yet very easy. Let us see what is written here. I will zoom in and zoom out as per the requirement so that we will be able to read it from the textbook itself. The part above the ground is called the shoot. It consists of the stem, leaves, buds, flowers and the fruits. So my dear students, here they have said that the part of the plant which is above the ground means not under the ground, the upper body which you can see with your eyes. So the part of the plant which you can see with your eyes, the upper body of that plant is called the shoot. Now shoot has many more parts, like we solved in the previous warm-up exercise. This part is shoot. Now shoot has bud, flower, leaf, fruit and stem. Yes, so these are the parts of shoot. So the main upper body is called shoot. whereas the lower body which is under the ground is called root. So the part below the ground is called root. The part below the ground is called root. So now I hope you have understood what is root and what is shoot. So this way there are two main division of the plant. I will repeat, this way there are two main division of the parts of plant. One is shoot, which is upper body of the plant, and one is root, which is the lower body. So in a simple way, roots are the legs and the shoot part is the upper body of the plant. Like we have our hands, our stomach, our head. So all this is upper part. Similarly, shoot is the upper part of the plant. So now this concept should be clear, that what is root and what is shoot. So let us understand the concept of root in detail. Like I said that in this lesson you are going to understand the concept in detail. So root, let us read and understand it. Root is the part of plant that usually grows below the ground. There are two main types of roots, tap roots and fibrous roots. So my dear students, there are two types of roots. Which are they? One is tap root and another is fibrous root. So these are the two types of the root. Please repeat after me, and yes, you also have to highlight, as you are having pencil in your hand, my dear students, you also have to highlight this part, you have to underline this part, tap roots and fibrous roots. Please underline this part, those who are having textbook, tap roots and fibrous roots. I hope you are underlining it. Okay, now let us understand what is the difference between tap roots and fibrous roots. So let us understand this in detail. What is the difference between tap roots and fibrous roots? Tap root. So it consists of main thick root from which small roots grow. Plants such as bean, mustard and hibiscus have tap roots. So my dear students, tap root means it has main thick root which has small roots grown with them. As you can see in this picture, in the first picture, this picture is of tap root. This picture shows the example of tap roots. In tap root, there is one main root, one main thick root, which again consists of different small roots. So in short, tap root means it has one main root and many other roots attached with it. And what is fibrous root? So it consists of many thin roots that appear bushy. So there is no main root. Plants such as grass, wheat and onion have fibrous roots. So my dear students, now you can see the example of fibrous roots here. So unlike tap root, it has no main root. Can you see in the picture? There is no main root, whereas here in the tap root there is one main root and the other roots are attached. But here all the roots are main. There is no main root kind of concept in the fibrous root. So this was a very small difference between fibrous root and tap root. I hope you have understood what is fibrous root and what is tap root. So my dear students, now it's time for you to repeat after me. My dear students, you just have to repeat what is written on the screen. So I hope you will repeat after me. Taproot, it consists of a main thick root from which small roots grow. Now let us read this. Fibrous root. I hope students you are repeating after me. Fibrous root, it consists of many thin roots that appear bushy. There is no main root. So this is what you need to understand. If you just remember one line, that in the taproot there is one main root, whereas in fibrous root there is no main root. Just if you remember this sentence, and if you remember the diagram, if you will keep these diagrams, these photos, these pictures in your mind, the entire concept of root, taproot, fibrous root will be very much clear in your mind. So, my dear students, in this lecture we have had fun solving the jumble words which were related to the different parts of the plant, and then we have labeled the diagram which again depicted the different parts of the plants, few of which you might not be knowing, and then we have understood what is root and what is shoot. Not only that, but also today we have understood that there are the two types of roots, taproot and fibrous roots. So that's all for today's lecture. As we have done very less concept, I hope that you will be able to remember whatever I am explaining you, whatever we are discussing throughout the lecture. So in the next lecture also you have to be ready with your textbook and rough notebook. Perhaps after the explanation gets over, we will again take the live board lecture in which I will give you the theory part of chapter number 7. So with this students, thanks for watching the lecture. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Keep following the lectures regularly.